Hey, what's up, guys? Crypto Clay here, and today we're going to be talking about why the market is currently a dumpster fire. So, you might be asking yourselves, why is the market suddenly going down? We've been hearing of things that, we're in a bear market, that Bitcoin has no utility, NFTs are going down, the OpenSea hack, things like that, that might play a small role in why or a big role, who knows, in why the market is taking a hit right now. But I'm a fundamentalist. I'm always going to share with you guys why I think the market is going down. Please understand that all of this is speculation. Nobody has all of the answers. Of course, there are a lot of things that could equate to why the market is doing what the market is doing. It could even be that there are whales out there that timed the market really well, took their profits, and now they're out of the market. It could be as simple as that. But I have a couple of reasons why I believe the market is doing poorly. The first one is that markets like these, JP Morgan now expects the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates for 9 meetings in a row. Things like this are very scary for investors in all markets, not just speculative markets like cryptocurrencies. What this is saying is that they think that the Federal Reserve, because of such high inflation, the highest we've seen in 40 years, they're planning on raising interest rates over the long term. And what that means is people are going to stop borrowing as much money. There's not going to be as much money to play with in the markets. There's going to be people not buying houses. There's going to be people taking out less credit cards, and all of that plays a role in how well the market is doing. The more people borrow, the better the market does. It's as simple as that. There's obviously a lot more that goes into it than that, but that's honestly the best way that I can put it to you guys. The next reason is the fact that Russia might be invading Ukraine. And if they go ahead with that plan, if they do decide to invade, it's going to be all out war. And anytime we're in a scenario where a big war like this is on the horizon, the markets are always scared. At the beginning of World War II, we had the Great Depression. And eventually, a lot of production took us out of the Great Depression, along with things that happened in the market itself. But you can see in things like Vietnam, World War I, it always kicks off with markets taking a dip. And you'll see it throughout history. It's nothing new, but it always does put fear in the market. Okay, if this were to kick off, where should I have my money? Because there's so much uncertainty. What is this going to affect as far as relations with Russia go? What does that do to trade? What is that going to do with our already stifled supply chain issues? Things like that. If we were to have an embargo with Russia, which deals a lot in the oil and gas industry with us, that could be a huge deal. So a lot of investors, they take their money out of the market and they just hold it on the sideline waiting to see what happens. And I think that's what we're seeing right now. I could be completely wrong. Like I said, this is all speculation and conjecture, but it's what I have to go off of. And to be quite honest, I think that stuff like this, it's going to come up. Markets are going to take a dip, but if you're in a spot right now where you are scared or worried about this on a much greater scale than you should be, then maybe it's time to take a look at your positions in the market. Maybe you have a little bit too much skin in the game. This is something that will continue to go on throughout history, throughout your entire investing career. There's always going to be dips in the market. And honestly, these types of things get me excited because it gives awesome buying opportunities. Wealth is created and generated in times of a bear market. And don't believe anything anybody else says. If you're buying during a bull market, you've timed the market very wrong. You might be able to take some profits, but wealth is not generated during a bull run. It just isn't. That's not the way people gain their greatest assets. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Hopefully you guys aren't too worried out there. I'm not worried. You guys shouldn't be worried. That's what I wanted to share with you. Crypto Clay out.